Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a Timely Tarot Oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time in timely fashion, courtesy of the universe, through the language of synchronicity. This is a collective or general reading, so just be aware parts may or may not resonate. Take what works for you, leave the rest. And also this is timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Just if it's been a while since I have posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That could give you further clarity as to your situation now. We have, from the underlying energy at the bottom of the deck, the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is representing its good energy in many ways, because this card is saying that you are elevated in your position, and you're elevated because you've mastered your skill set, and now people are noticing that you're really good at what you do, and they're wanting to collaborate with you and work with you. This energy is someone who's elevated on a bench, and quite often this energy represents someone who has a unique talent. And the thing is, when people have a unique talent, sometimes they don't recognize how valuable it really is. And so this energy, sometimes, you think, oh, well, it's so easy for me, it must be easy for everyone. And but you don't realize that, no, it's not that easy for everyone. And so it puts you in an elevated position where this energy can represent like a unique talent, such as, singing, or acting. We see this a lot in the entertainment industry. This could be someone who, is a real strong influencer, that kind of energy. Someone who really stands out as an artist, a sculptor, like as this individual. That can represent someone who's very, very good at whatever sport that they are playing. So this energy can represent people like that are scouts from teams, wanting to have you on their team. It could be producers wanting you in their movie, or producers wanting you to sign up with them to do records, etc. Managers of talent, that kind of energy. This could be your top model, all sorts of energies like that. Something that is very unique to you. And so the energy here is, this is a really good position to be in. Be very careful who you choose to collaborate with. This energy, these two people have plans in their hand, but they're not necessarily wanting to collaborate in the way that you want to run your life, basically. The Pentacles represent lifestyle. And so the Pentacles are your health, wealth, and happiness on planet Earth. A big part of that is money. But sometimes money, it could be like an offer comes in from someone, and the offer pays more money, but it's in a location where you don't want to be. That kind of energy. So it's talking about lifestyle over just the money. And so this is talking about making sure that when you sign contracts with people or make agreements, that you absolutely are sure of have the contract checked out properly. Because the the music industry in particular, and the entertainment industry, is rife with people who have signed contracts and then find out after that they've been breadcrumbed and other people are actually making the money and they aren't. And so this also can represent secret society energy. This is someone who's working on stonework, a stonemason. This can represent those kinds of energies. And the thing is that if you sign up with a secret society, their main requirement is that you behave as a group, and you follow the group rituals, and you follow the group, you make an agreement to do what the group wants you to do. And you're in a position where you're elevated, so you don't need to do that. And it's just saying, make sure that you're aware of what you're signing and who you're agreeing to do what with, bottom line. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're going to be able to really attract money. Like, this is talking about There's only 10 pentacles in the tarot, and this is 9. And so this is talking about someone, this is generational wealth, a legacy you can pass down to your children and your children's children. This is a pre-empress energy, meaning that in the tarot there's 4 queens in the minor arcana, and when you have the value of all 4 queens rolled into one person, you become an empress. And so the only way to really become an empress, unless you're actually born one, which is very rare, would be to have the life experience that elevates you to that position. Just through life experience, learning sometimes the hard way the different skills that each of the queens are famous for. So, but this 9 of Pentacles represents an energy of a ratio. And if you've ever heard of Nikola Tesla, the genius, he would always say, if you knew the beauty of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. And this is kind of representing that kind of ratio. This person always has her hand on 6 of the Pentacles that she earns. This is because she knows that it requires that much for her to earn her living, to be able to pay her bills, to be in a position of having a slush fund in case she need an emergency comes up. And then she might have another pentacle here to invest in more risky investments, to maybe give to charity and possibly to family members that need her help. So this energy is talking about having the foresight to know this ratio. And so this is talking about understanding your environment, being grateful for what you have, and making sure that you always put yourself in a position that you are in, that you're strong within your own business and your personal life. Otherwise, you will end up not being able to help others. We do have this energy of the 3 of Swords. So this is not the best feeling in the world, this card. This is an energy of being heartbroken. It can be, the swords represent our thoughts, mental intelligence, and our discipline of our mind. So this energy, this card quite often represents someone who is heartbroken in a situation of love. And, you can see that there's 2 swords and then 1 driven in between. If you notice this card, they're actually, when you look at the size of the heart in context to the size of the swords, you realize, at least they're not like really big swords. So this is like more like nails or pin pricks. So possibly this person would be able to heal from this energy. This can represent gossip, slander, harsh words being spoken. This is a card about forgiveness, like being able to forgive someone and forgive yourself, that kind of energy. We have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is the pages would work for the king and queen in the court in the old days. They would be around 7 to 14 when they began. They would be like delivering messages within the palace walls and doing small tasks. As they grew up, if they were really good at what they did and were still there, they would be able to possibly be put up for knighthood as long as they had enough money to pay for a horse. So this is the energy of the Page of Wands, and the pages each have an element that they represent. So the page represents the element of fire. This is all about passion. He's got a feather in his cap. He's enthusiastic, ready to go. All of the court cards in for the wands have like this tunic, and it has salamanders in a circle and a lion on it. This represents protection from fire. That's the element that he's working with. This is talking about the pyramids here are talking about loving to have new adventures and discover the mysteries of the world. Think of a young man under the age of like 21 who is like really enthusiastic about life and moving forward. He's bringing in some sort of communication. Now, in the old days, the communication would, of course, be, delivered in person. But this energy nowadays, with all the different ways we have to communicate, could be a phone call, a letter coming in the mail, a text message. It could be something that a message that's on social media. It could be an event that you go to from seeing something on social media and then running into someone that has the information, exactly what you need to hear. We also have the news. And so what's happening at the top of the pyramid with the news is generally trickling down and affecting everybody in everyday life. So this energy we're talking about here, this also, just so you're aware, all of the characters in tarot are actually archetypes. So this could be a male in their masculine energy as well. In the old days, it always would be. But now, these days, it could also be a female in her masculine energy. The thing to be aware of with the Page of Wands is, as you can see, he's really admiring his wand. And this represents his passion. It's made of wood. And he, sometimes this represents an energy of thinking with his little head. So you have to take a grain of salt with what he says sometimes, because he's got kind of a one-track mind. We have the energy here of the Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles represents the beginning of the learning of this energy. You think about the Six of Pentacles is about sowing seeds and then earning, the pentacles from the work that you've put into them. And then when the harvest comes in, you're able to share it with other people. So he's sharing some of his coins with this person who's begging, but not with this person. If you look closely, this person has something in their back pocket here. So this is a grifter. He's like got the scales of justice hanging above this person's head, saying, hey dude, get out there and earn your own living. I'm not giving you money, you're just being lazy. And so it's about knowing how much of your money, time, and energy to invest in other people, who to invest in, what do you expect from the return? Is it a fair exchange of energy? It's about the give and take of life. We have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords represents the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth coming in from God. The aces always represent a brand new energy coming in that will inspire you to move forward in a really strong way. We have this is a gift from the divine, by the way, and the universe collaborating to bring the truth to you so that you can move forward in a strong way. It would probably be regarding this energy and or this energy. We have the Empress here. See how this Empress was the pre-Empress, and now she is an Empress. So this is representing someone who already has a lot of life skills or whatever, but somehow this energy sometimes can represent collaborating with someone. We have two swords here, and then we've got a third one driven in between. So this energy can talk about collaborating, like someone stepping out in a relationship and there being a third party involvement. Which is the heartbreaking part. Once the pre-Empress energy understands the truth of her situation, then, which is represented here, now she becomes an Empress, because the truth will set you free. So she, as I said, has all the qualities of all the queens in the minor arcana, and she's considered to be pregnant with possibility. She's sitting on her throne. The wheat at her feet here represents an energy of the planning she puts in. What she does is, if she starts a project, she puts the planning in. She prepares, she chooses, okay, which field am I going to grow this wheat in? Prepares the land, makes sure that there's enough fertilizer in the land, and then she plants it to the best of her ability. And when it's done, she leaves it up to nature to deal with it for her, and she has total confidence that nature will come through for her, because nature always does. And this is talking about, having all the qualities of the queens and learning so much that she's now at this very experienced level. She's like a magnet for attracting manifesting, like for whatever she chooses to manifest. This energy, as I said, can be pregnant with possibility. It can also represent an energy of someone is actually pregnant. And we have this energy of the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles represents someone who has been ordained by the King and Queen as being a knight, has been honored with knighthood. They deliver messages far and wide for the King and Queen in the old days. That's what their energy is. Like the page, in the old days, the information would come in by horse on rider, and then they'd have to ride all the way back. So it could take a long time in between messages to get to ride all the way to another kingdom, deliver the message, wait for the answer, and then deliver the message back. As I said, a Knight of Pentacles has access to all the different forms of information we have now, so it would be much quicker. And this also could be a woman these days in her masculine energy. He's focused on the pentacle here. The pentacle energy is representing some sort of information coming in regarding pentacles and lifestyle, that kind of energy. Sometimes this card can represent someone has been breadcrumbed and weren't paid what they should have been paid. And it could be due, like exactly this energy we were talking about here. So now the truth is coming out about the deal. And this energy here, the pentacle, the Knight of Pentacles is very slow. He's the slowest moving knight. Look, his horse is at a standstill. This guy, he'll have a board meeting with himself to decide what to have for breakfast. So it's like frustrating sometimes because it takes so long for the information to come in. And so this is about, the good thing is when he brings the information in, it's usually well calculated. So it's a strong offer, and generally it's about a lot of money. So that's the energy coming in here. Some information about some pentacles here. And this is taking courage to face this information. It's implying that there's some money that's gone missing by someone because of someone that you possibly were in a romantic relationship with, your lover or your partner, or maybe a member of your family, that kind of energy, close friends, that sort of energy. And it also can represent a lot of gossip and slander and backstabbing energy. So this takes a lot of courage to face because you don't expect it from your inner circle. So this is representing this young woman is facing all her fears so that she can handle the truth of this energy. She's digging deep into this lion's mouth. The lion is a full-grown lion. Like, this is a very dangerous activity. Yet, look at the lion has his tail tucked under in a symbol of submission, representing that he can tell she means business. She is going to dig deep and face her fears so that she can have this infinite potential here. So this is infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond, and the courage to be able to go after that kind of energy. Yeah, and this is causing her to walk away. The truth comes out and she's walking away from this situation, from this person that was involved in this energy. Quite often, people don't realize that they don't realize what they're signing up for. They don't realize that maybe someone that they're in a partnership with, or in a love, a romantic relationship with, or someone a member of their family is actually belonging to a secret society and kind of tricked them into signing up for something that they didn't want to sign up for, basically. If they would have known the truth, they would never have signed the paper, basically, is the energy. So they're walking away from this deal. And this talks about, we have this energy here of, there's 5 cups lined up perfectly. And then look at, there's 2, a gap, and then 1. So quite often this does represent walking away from a romantic relationship where there should have only been 2 people involved, but there's a third party involvement here. And so it's talking about cheating in pentacles as well as cheating in matters of the heart. So this could actually represent someone that got involved with you just because they wanted your money, that kind of energy. You figured it out and you're walking away, or they walked away because they couldn't get access to your money. But after a lot of damage because of the gossip and the slander and all the backstabbing energy. This represents your intuition being sharpest at the full moon and the new moon, and to make sure you use your intuition to get to the truth, not just your logic. Yeah, and then you become a rebel with a cause after this. So you look at this Knight of Wands energy. Now that he has the information, you have the information regarding this. This is the energy you're in now. You're passionate, and you want to know what's going on here so that you can make changes. And look at the plume on his head here. This represents someone it could be someone who has a hot temper. So this is saying watch your impulsive energy and your hot temper, because these two combined can cause you to say and do things that you might regret later. Keep a calm, existence here. This is talking about, look at how this is this energy younger now as a knight, basically. So this is talking about learning. As I said here, about the give and take, and this is learning it the hard way. So this is representing your energy when you were younger, and now how you are now. Now you're pissed off. You want your money back, and you don't want anything to do with this person anymore. And so this is talking about, look how the pyramids now are in the distance. This is because you already have looked into the pyramids. You've already been on that adventure, and you're not planning on having that same adventure now. This person has, this is an energy of someone who has been able to learn how to manage their emotions. So they're reining the horse in, and the horse is bucking and wants to go and rearing up. So this is saying this person really wants to speak their mind and take action, and they're very, angry. But they have learned to rein in their emotions, so they make a much stronger decision. So it's saying don't be too much of a hothead here. Rein in your emotions or you'll regret it. Going from the bottom to the top and back down again. So we have someone, like this is talking about someone like a very mature energy. So you're in a position where it's not like you're a stupid person and make stupid decisions, but someone, you trusted someone, and they were in this energy and you weren't aware of it. This information about the pentacles came in it took so long for it to come in. It was hidden so well that you didn't realize it until a lot of damage was done. It's taken a lot of courage to really face your fears about this and really figure out what am I going to do about this. Reining in your emotions, because you're angry and you don't want to do anything impulsive. You're definitely walking away from this energy. And now that the truth has come out, the truth will set you free. And this is talking about how you've been breadcrumbed in this deal, and someone that you were in a close association with has known about it and didn't bother to let you know, kind of energy, or was involved in breadcrumbing you throughout this agreement. So that's the danger of signing contracts and making sure that you know what is going on. It's always good to hire a lawyer who understands the ups and downs of contracts, because there's so many loopholes in them, etc. Especially when you're in a new industry, or it's something, and quite often people who have unique talents don't recognize how unique it really is, how much others want it, and what they're willing to do to have it. So if you say, oh, okay, I understand this, I know what you're talking about, unfortunately, but it's given me some clarity into my situation, and you're ready to leave off now. Thank you for your time and energy. If you did receive value, please do give it a like and comment, and consider subscribing if you resonate to the channel. It would be my honor if you did so. And for those of you who are saying, no, I want some more information, I'm going to clarify with my oracle, Tales from the Vector, Tails. And this is something I started back in 2007. I completed all 64 paintings in 2020. It's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I am in the process now of actually bringing it out. It's taken me a while. I'm an artist, and there were some very big dragon paintings, like a lot of them. And I learned early in this that dragons like to go big or go home. So this energy I've been working on, and now I'm ready to bring this oracle, the actual physical deck, out. I'm gathering the information to see how how the cards play out. Now it's interesting because I do have a lot of information, and I have a website with that information. It's talesfromthevector.com. In the description box below, I will list the numbers on these cards represent how the paintings are listed in the gallery on my website, which is talesfromthevector.com. I'll list them here, and if you want to check out the information, you can. You may have noticed that what's written on paper isn't always the same as you thought it would be in real life. And that's why I'm working on the deck before I complete the information to put it out there. We have the Hermit. So this is talking about when you're not sure. Sometimes people think, oh, like I got to sign this right away, or people will pressure you into signing something right away. This is saying you have time to look into it. And this means if you need to go isolate yourself like the hermit goes up to the top of the mountain and really looks into the situation, confers with God. And then when his lantern is full of the energy of the North Star, which represents your North Node energy moving forward on your destined path, then that's when, he has all the information. He comes down from the mountain and he signs. Now, the Hermit card in my oracle is actually the Journeyman card, and this is a hawk, a young baby hawk, but he's totally fearless. He'll go into the darkest nights to look for, seeking for information. He is, all my baby dragons are accompanied by an angel, and this angel is a First Nations angel. The location of this painting is from the Winnipeg, Manitoba in Canada. And the totem pole that Peshk, the young dragon, is on is actually a very different totem pole. It's from some other time and space. It's the three monkeys energy. So speak no ego, see no ego, and hear no ego. And instead of a lantern with the North Star in it, it has the Aurora Borealis in the background, which is the Northern Lights. If you've ever seen them, it's absolutely beautiful, and you can commonly see them in Manitoba because of the flat skies and that, and it's just the location, and the whole sky just lights up and it's all swirling. It's very, very beautiful. Aries energy is coming in. So the Aries is talking about being an infant, learning something new. You think about an infant, how much they learn in the first year of their life. And, so this is talking about not feeling bad if this is a new adventure for you. It's not uncommon to not know, all the facts. When horoscope signs come up in my readings, I'm not talking about an Aries did this. That could be very true in your situation, because my readings are quite often very accurate when it comes to those energies. Having said that, that's not my intention here. We all have a little bit of every sign in us. So this is representing that the sign of Aries, which is the very first sign in the zodiac. The energy is represented by the ram. And, the ram comes in head first, or babies come in head first, just like the rammy energy of a ram. So this is talking about being careful not to be butting heads with everybody, controlling that temper kind of energy and looking into things, not being too impulsive in life. This is talking about being versus doing. So sometimes it's better just to sit for a while and really look into something before just rushing into doing it. We have the World here. So the World is representing when the Fool begins the journey in the major arcana. He starts at the 0 point and ends with the World. So once the World energy comes in, it means you've achieved all you can from this situation. Whoops. I didn't realize I had two. I was thinking, I thought I could see a second card under there. That's all right. We'll put this next. So this is talking about the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So no more heartbreak of this situation. Now that you know the truth, at least know what you're working with, and you can take steps to rectify the energy. Ego, so keep your ego in check. Quite often the ego, when people in the spiritual world are talking about the ego, what they mean is the ego is representing who you are in the 3D, but your soul also has needs. And so sometimes your soul will be yelling at you, but you don't hear it, that kind of energy. Justice is coming in with the truth. The truth will set you free. And what do you say in a court of law? I'll tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and swear on a Bible, so help me God. And so God is stepping in to empower you here and give you the information you need to be able to change the situation so that you have a more fair arrangement with your time and how you invest in your energy. This is dissension. With friends like this, who needs enemies? So this can be representing an energy, as I said, of people that were in your inner circle that were aware of this energy. And it could also represent some friend who is actually the person who is the third party that drove a wedge between you and your partner here. And swimming with sharks, basically. And then we have the moon energy. So the moon is talking about this energy here. Pay attention to the cycles of the moon, because the cycles of the moon represent having strong intuition. The full moon represents a time when it's good to release anything that's left so that you can really manifest all you can from a situation. And the new moon is talking about, hey, you're at the end of this cycle. It's time to step into a new way of doing things, or doing something new, basically. A new relationship, a new partnership, a new. And if you only knew what you knew now, or know now, then you would have never signed up for this. That's basically the energy here. So I do hope you've enjoyed this, that it's given you some clarity as to your situation. Please do give it a like and a comment if you have. It really does help me build my channel. I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy. I will be back with another reading about random shift at some time soon. Bye for now. Oh, sorry, kitty.